What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And guys, today we got to be talking about, in my opinion, our best player, Barcelona's heart, especially in attack. It's Raphinha. Raphinha, I feel like our special Brazilian. He represents everything. He bleeds Blaugrana, and his performances, he's been backing it up with quality performances week in, week out. And today we are just going to talk about how Raphinha has undoubtedly turned into one of the best players in the world. And hey, man, I can't believe it. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Road to 500 subs, and let's get into this video. But first, I got to say, is Hansi Flick. What is this guy cooking? I'll tell you what he's cooking, man. Hansi Flick, he's cooking up top of La Liga by 9 points. I don't care if we have a game in hand because Barcelona, they're playing that well. And hey, who's been our best player this year so far? In my opinion, yes, Lamine Yamal has been special, and Robert Lewandowski every game he scores. But Raphinha, he's been running the show. It's the Raphinha show every single game. Whether he gets a GA or not, most of the times he is. And Raphinha right now, let's be honest, guys, I think that he's the face of Barcelona. It sounds crazy to say. I know there's Lamine Yamal and Robert Lewandowski, and Lamine Yamal especially, I don't want him to be the face of Barcelona until he's like 20, 21, until he's an adult, because guys, I don't want a teenager to have that pressure. This is probably one of the biggest clubs in the world. In my opinion, it's just Real Madrid and Barcelona in terms of impact, global audience. Like, let's be honest, they have the most fans in the world by a landslide. But honestly, his stats, especially in the Champions League, he has the most goals in the Champions League calendar year since Messi. And it just shows, ever since Messi, I haven't seen a guy perform consistently in big games for Barcelona like Robert Lewandowski. Sometimes he's not that good in big games. I know this year he's improved a lot, but guys, Raphinha against PSG, against Bayern Munich, against Real Madrid, that's just one too many games. Too many big teams he's just doing it against. And guys, all over the media, I'm seeing stuff, comparisons to Neymar. And guys, honestly, in my opinion, I think that it's kind of foolish. I think it's dumb because anybody who watched Neymar knows that Neymar's a baller, like multi-generational, all-time. Neymar is probably my second favorite player ever, so I probably have some bias. So Neymar's legacy, in my opinion, it can't be touched by honestly anybody. But Raphinha, I'm not saying anything, man. He can make his own legacy for sure. Let's just not compare him to Ronaldinho and Neymar because these guys are magicians. All these Brazilians at Barcelona who came, Rivaldo, R9 was there when he was young, Romario, all these guys, man, you can't really compare Raphinha. He's definitely a different type of player. You can respect Raphinha, but Raphinha is not an absolutely magician. He's more of a direct. He's gonna punish you when you give him the chance, and I like that. He's like Gareth Bale-esque. He's kind of like Gareth Bale in a way. He has the kick and run, and then when he's in behind, you know he's going to score because that's what he does. He's so effective. But man, if you're one of those people, that's definitely recency bias because Ronaldinho, man, he's some people goats. Like some people call him their footballing goat because this dude, he gets nutmegs for fun. And Neymar, I legit remember a game against Celta Vigo. This guy was just nutmegging people, rainbow flicks. Like he just does the rainbow flick so smooth. It's not like Vinny when he tries 100 times and he only gets it off once. But hey, man, nonetheless, Hansi Flick, it makes sense why he's getting the absolute best out of Raphinha. A direct player and a direct coach, it makes sense. Raphinha likes to run in behind. Hansi Flick likes players who run in behind, and Raphinha is quite clinical under Hansi Flick, unlike he was with Xavi. It's probably because he's getting more chances, so he's more composed. Man, I'm going to get 3-4 chances a game, so he's not stressing if he misses his one, you know, because he's going to get one more, then another one, and then another one, and then he'll get subbed off. So he's fine. That's why he's so composed, and he's scoring his chances this year, because anybody who plays football understands when you know your team's going to generate another chance, you have that more calmness about you. But Raphinha, the thing that I like most about him and what makes him easy to like for Barcelona fans is that this dude on defense will bust a gut to run back on defense because that's what he does. When we have a corner and we don't get the second ball and the other team's on the counter attack, how many times have we seen Raphinha bust a gut? And man, he's all the way running to the other side and he gets a tackle or he kicks it out and it's a throw in for the other team. But man, he stopped the counter attack. And by the way, he's an attacker and right now on form, he might be the best attacker in the world right now. But man, that's what I love about him, that he really wants to play defense too. And that's why we're winning games by so much. He likes to press. And Hansi Flick, man, I don't know, but he's got the absolute best out of him. And Jan Laporta, I'm going to say it right now, give him a contract extension. I've heard the reports that they're trying to give him an extension. I would give him a 2-year extension if I was Laporta because he's going to turn 28 soon, I think in December. And I think a 2-year would be fine, maybe a 2+1, but I feel like that's stretching it a bit. We don't know what's going to happen. One injury could do everything, and I hope he stays far away from injuries because we're going to need him in the future and right now also. But I would give him a 2-year contract if I was Laporta. But guys, let's move on because I feel like that Danny Olmo, Lamine Yamal, and obviously Lewandowski are the reasons why he's thriving. Because for Lewandowski especially, Lewandowski can't run in behind. But Raphinha does it for him, and it makes sense why Hansi Flick loves that when Lewandowski checks in, Raphinha goes in behind. And how many times do we score from that? We've already scored like 3-4 goals where Raphinha runs in behind. It makes sense. Lewandowski gets the center back's attention, Raphinha's in. And then also Danny Olmo, this dude has the vision, the half spaces to cover where Raphinha is not. But overall, under Hansi Flick, we got a really good attack, and all we got to do in the summer window is bolster our attacking options because I feel like we get one more winger, and I feel like there's no drop-off when guys come off the bench. But hey, man, Raphinha, I think it's obvious that he's going to be our second top goal scorer. He's our second talisman after Lewandowski. Lewandowski's projected for like 50 goals this season. I don't know if he's going to get that. His goal in the beginning of the season was to score at least 30, but man, he's already, I think, at like 19, which is crazy at this stage of the season right now. It's barely November. But hey, I feel like that Raphinha, he could score around 23 goals too. That would be outrageous because I feel like he might end up with like 14 assists too. So Raphinha, honestly, stats-wise, he's doing phenomenal. And Lewandowski, yes, he's going to get the stats. Raphinha's going to get the stats. But Lamine Yamal, he's helping these guys like without doubt. Like you can see it on the field. How many times the other game did Koundé overlap and then Lamine Yamal makes the perfect pass for Koundé to put across into Lewandowski, to put in across to Raphinha. And it makes sense why Lamine Yamal, he might not get the stats, but he has the messy thing where he gets the pass before the assist so many times. He is our best creative player. But guys, you know what's crazy is that Xavi, I respect Xavi for his time at Barcelona. He took the job when nobody wanted to come to Barcelona, and he did a lot of good things. Fermin, Lamine Yamal, Kubarsi. But man, this guy was starting Ferran Torres. He was starting Ousmane Dembele consistently over Raphinha. And I don't care, man. Now it just looks crazy because Ousmane Dembele, he couldn't finish like Raphinha. How many times did Ousmane Dembele miss an easy chance and then he puts his head on his hands? How many times did Ousmane Dembele, he hit the post? And I'm not hating on Ousmane Dembele. He has his quality. He's definitely a better dribbler than Raphinha, but that's about it. Raphinha has everything else, the work rate, the hustle, everything, man. He has the quality to finish. He also has the better crossing, in my opinion. I know Ousmane Dembele, sometimes he gets a lot of assists, but still, man. And then Ferran Torres, guys, no comment, guys. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep it respectful because Raphinha right now, he's on tour, man. He might win the Ballon d'Or. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds outrageous. A award that Messi just kept on winning goes to Raphinha. It sounds crazy, but right now, name a better player right now in the world of football. Like, honestly, maybe Lamine Yamal, but that's really it. Like, outright better. Maybe Lewandowski gets it because his GA is better. But Raphinha, from the eye test, you can tell under Hansi Flick. And with Lamine Yamal and Robert Lewandowski, he's been absolutely special so far this season. And hopefully it continues. Like, we need that to happen to win the Champions League and La Liga. But, man, guys, we have a game this weekend on Sunday, my time, at least for me, against Real Sociedad at the Anoeta. It's going to be a tough game. Real Sociedad, I know they're struggling to score, but regardless, Barcelona, they have a good defense, by the way, Sociedad. But Barcelona, we got to get the first goal, second goal, and then take it from there. Raphinha, Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal, just lead the show, man. Just get another dub before the international break. But that's it for me. Raphinha, phenomenal player. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Road to 500 subs. We're almost there, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.